Hi and welcome to my April allotment tour video. It's been quite a crazy month really, and especially in terms of the weather. It was sunny this morning and now it's trying to piddle it down. And what is going on? Anyway, so yes, to start the month we had snow. We had about 4 inches of snow. Do you remember in my last video they called him the beast from the east, and he paid us a visit twice, which was just lovely. And then it rained a lot, and now it's basically summer. So a few days ago it was the hottest day in April for 70 years, and it reached about 26 degrees, which is basically unheard of. So yeah, it's been quite a strange month so far. Don't quite know what's going to happen next, which is pretty typical British weather really. You never know what it's going to do. So, you know, we just go along with it. Anyway, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who watched my previous video, who commented and liked it and subscribed. I really wasn't expecting such an amazing response, so thank you so much. I really hope to do more videos for you in the future. Maybe some how-to videos or some little DIY ones. If you've got any ideas, just let me know. But yeah, I've got some exciting news as well to share with you. So back in December, I think it was, I applied to become a volunteer at the RHS Flower Show. Now, if you're not sure about what the RHS is, it's actually a charity. It's the Royal Horticultural Society, and they cover anything to do with horticulture really. And if you're a gardener and you're unsure about a plant, go onto their website and look it up, because they are an amazing resource for gardeners and they've got all the information that you'll ever need. So yes, I applied to be a volunteer for their flower shows, and they run up and down the country, and I just spilt tea all over myself. Most of the big flower shows are in London, but last year was the first time they did one at Chatsworth House in Derbyshire. Now, since Derby is only the next city across from me, it's not too far, so that's the one I've applied for. And in March I went to their volunteer selection day, and that was great because you just got to meet loads of other like-minded people, and it was really nice just to get to know the RHS a bit more as well. So I went through that stage and I got through. They let me know about 2 weeks ago, and I will be in the gardens at the RHS Flower Show in June at Chatsworth House, and I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. Just to be surrounded by amazing plants and like-minded people, and hopefully I'll get to meet some of the designers of the gardens as well. So I'm really looking forward to it. Let me know if you're going to be there, and do say hello if you see me. In terms of the plot, we've had some big changes here. I've got my muscles out for about 2 weeks solid. I'll show you what I've been building, and you might see behind me that some of the flowers are in bloom. So everything's suddenly come to life in the last week or two. So without further ado, let's go have a little look around and see what's new on the plot for April. So as we come through the door this month, you can see how much greener everything is. The weeds are coming through on my path, we've got leaves coming through in the hedge, and the plum trees have blossom on. You can see my daffodils and some tulips there in bloom. This is one of my favourite daffodils. It's called Cheerfulness, and it smells beautiful. The flowers are really delicate and they smell so sweet. Now over at the pond, well, you might remember I had some spawn. I thought it was newt spawn, but somebody told me it's probably frog spawn. But either way, I covered it over when we had the snow, and it did survive, so I I don't know if you can see, I have got some tadpoles. They're usually a lot easier to spot at night time actually, or dusk when it's just about to get dark. They all come to the surface. And although you can't see much right now, I know I have 2 newts in here at least. I got some nice shots of them basking in the sunshine the other week. But yeah, there is some frog spawn in there. And I don't know if newts eat frog spawn or if frogs eat newt spawn, but we'll just see how many survive. Oh look, I've got some bluebells that will be appearing soon. Not yet fully open, but the buds are there. And my ferns are all coming to life everywhere. I love it when the fronds begin to uncurl. I've got another one here, look, just poking through. And at the back, I think that's a lupin. So perhaps the biggest change on the allotment this month is my sandstone raised bed. So I built it in about 2 weeks and all of the materials have been reclaimed. So I haven't paid anything for them. They were all hosted on Gumtree and that's where I got the rocks from. I'm a big supporter of recycling and not spending a lot of money on my allotment. I shop on Gumtree all the time. If you're not familiar with it, it's basically an online place where you can buy and sell different things, a bit like eBay or Craigslist, if you're familiar with those. So yeah, basically you might remember this entire area was overgrown with weeds and so much bindweed. Oh my god, I filled like an entire bin liner with bindweed and pulled up so many bricks and rocks, and it was quite an epic task that kept me busy. I've also wood chipped the path, and yeah, my rockery is finally built. The plan is to put lots of alpine plants in the crevices, and inside I'll plant some dahlias, which is why I've just put in some well-rotted manure because they are hungry flowers. So originally it was just going to be alpines, but then I thought, you know what, when I come through my gate I want to see colour, I want to see flowers, so that's why I'm putting dahlias in here. And I've already potted the tubers, they're in the polytunnel, so later next month I will plant them in here along with some gladioli, and it's just going to be a sea of pink on my plot. I've not gone for a pink colour theme before, and I never even used to like pink, but yeah, this year it's happening. Remember my Paulie plum tree? Well, it's still blooming. I haven't pruned it yet, and now's the time to prune stone fruit trees. So I should probably think about that soon. But it's good to see that it hasn't completely given up, and hopefully the sawfly won't give me too much bother this year. But I know they will. One thing I still need to do is tidy up the raspberry canes, but look how green they are. It's put on so much growth, and if my camera will focus, look, we've got buds already. Oh, hello spider. So lots of raspberries this year. The strawberry cages, I actually finally got around to tidying these up, although the weeds are already back, as they do. So I've given that a mix of manure with some multi-purpose compost, some thistles in there I need to get rid of. I need to tidy the path, and I need to mulch the raspberries because raspberries like to have really cool roots. Look at the blackcurrant bush! Oh wow, you know, I saw bees buzzing around this earlier and I thought it's not going to have any flowers yet. But you know what, in some places they are in bloom. It's got so many buds on. I should probably give this a good helping of manure as well. But I did weed it. So this patch is looking a lot tidier. As is the second patch at the back of strawberries, with some sneaky weeds that have also joined the party. Wood chipped that section there in the middle. Just need to tidy the paths there behind the cages still. So if you remember, all these sticks are going to be supporting my sweet peas at the back. I'll show you those. They're in the Polytunnel, doing okay. But the best display so far this year has to be under the apple tree. Now, I only planted these bulbs in November last year, and I dotted some forget-me-not in between. They're just beautiful. One thing I forgot to mention was the rhubarb. It's put on some crazy growth in the last 3 weeks or so, and with all the rain that we had, it's just come to life. So I have had a few early pickings, and I think I'm going to make a nice crumble or something with pastry at the weekend. The tulips that I'm growing are called flag tulips, and I've also got some in the hair that are called hot pants. And yes, I did buy them mostly for the name. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this spot. And oh look, I've even got the buds on the apple tree are coming through. Apple blossom is one of my favourite little flowers. I love the sweet pink, and that's kind of what's given me my pink theme this year. So next time I give you a tour, hopefully this will all be in bloom. If you remember, the section behind here is going to be the wildlife area. Haven't made much progress on it yet this month, because I've been doing that raised bed, but there is actually a blackbird nesting in here, and I was really worried because I think if it's the same blackbird, it did nest over here last year, but my neighbours cut down all the ivy, and I was a bit worried he wouldn't come back, but he is. And he's been digging up all the worms as I dig on the ground. So yeah, I'm getting to know my little blackbird friend, which is lovely. Now, if you see these stepping stones, that's the next epic project that I'll be doing. Can you see some more over here? So I picked those up also on Gumtree, and I got 11 stones for £10. And this is going to go all around the apple tree so that I can pick my sweet peas when they're in bloom without disturbing the wildlife area or the flowers that will be growing underneath the apple tree. A lot's changed in the shed. Got a bit messier, as was predicted, but you know, it's still good. These are some of the plants that I've bought in the last week or so. I've got some lupins and some plants for my rockery. What have we got here? Some phlox and a campanula. They will go nicely in the crevices in the raised bed. I've also got a climbing rose to plant. That's hopefully going to go somewhere over there. That really needs to go in the ground. So this spot here is what is going to be the woodland area, and I can actually see the ground now, which means I can begin to clear it and plant up some of the plants that I've been buying and haven't got round to planting because I was unable to. This is my gorgeous Arlington Dusky Hellebore. Isn't it beautiful? I feel so bad because I should have put this in the ground so long ago, but it doesn't seem to mind too much about being pot bound for a little while. I really need to cut some of these leaves down so that I get more flowers. But yeah, that's coming, it was getting there. As I said, I've had bigger projects going on. But yes, it is a mess. All allotments have a messy bit, and this is mine. Oh, underneath the tarp, I've got some well-rotted manure that I'll be adding to all my beds. This is what's going to be my little Peak District corner. As you can see, I've kind of grown my fern stash somewhat. I've managed to dig in all of the green manure that was in this bed. And look, all my flowers are in bloom, yeah! I love these spring bulbs. These are called these are Minnow Daffodils. And they're really sweet. They smell beautiful. Now my potatoes are in. They're the first thing in the ground this year. I've got, how many rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. I'm growing Charlotte, Pink Gypsy, Highland Burgundy, red, and also a black variety that's called Sapo Blue Danube or something like that. I can't remember. Danube. It's got a strange spelling. It survived all that snow and it's looking pretty healthy really. I mean, the tips are a little bit yellow, but I mean, that's kind of normal really. So yeah, they're looking pretty good. Now, do you remember my raised bed? Well, it's going up where all of these little forget-me-nots are flowering. I'm going to move these into the woodland area, and this is hopefully going to be the patch where I grow my carrots this year. So let's have a little look in the polytunnel next. Now, you're going to have to forgive the mess. I haven't cleaned it yet. Now, there aren't many seeds growing yet because most of mine are at home. I didn't put them in here yet in case we get a frost, which, I mean, it could happen. These are my sweet peas. I'm growing 3 different varieties and I accidentally mixed them all up because I dropped them on the way to the pot, but they'll be going behind the apple tree. And I've just got a few seedlings coming through. These are my cosmos. And that's about it so far. I've only planted these a few days ago, but further at the back we've got my peas that they've just come through in the last few days. I'm growing 3 varieties of peas. I've got a sugar snap variety, a purple variety, and also a petit pois, a nice small pea. Over here we've got my dahlias. So as I said, these will be going in the planter, and look, they're just coming through now. I've got lots of different varieties of these. Some of the pom-pom, and some I've got from Sarah Raven. I was lucky enough also to win some from the National Dahlia Company. But yeah, this will house all of my chilli plants and tomatoes when they're ready to go out later next month. So that's about it for the tour. It's just typical that as soon as I finish my tour, the sun comes back out. Hopefully next month when we do a tour, we'll have a lot more plants going in the ground. We'll have some peas, sweet peas, and maybe some pumpkins as well going out. So lots more to look forward to. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time.